Alright, let's try all this again. Welcome back to the Smokeshed podcast. We're doing a solo podcast for you today. It's your boy Lazy, Squeaky Door Productions, Richwood Skateboard, Squeaky Door Vision, and 9 Media. We are at the 9 Media studio right now. It's a company me and my brothers started up. So if you need any media for your business or anything like that done, we will have packages up on the website very soon for you to be able to buy, for us to help you grow your business and get you out there. Right now, in my world, just kind of trying to get things moving with the skateboard world in Richwood. The supply lines due to COVID-19 have been destroyed. So there seems to be a gap in the market. So instead of just selling skateboards, we plan on setting up a manufacturing place. So we can manufacture and help fill some of those holes in the market. And get you high quality skateboards for the right price. That way we don't be beholden to, the cost. For those people, it's only going to be raw cost of materials and overhead. So, be looking for that. And if you want to help out and you want to donate to the cause to getting all of it running, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. You can email me at richwoodskateboards@gmail.com if you would like to help, if you would like to be a backer or a funder and getting this dream that a bunch of us have. I'm just trying to get it facilitated for the people that deserve to have it. Like the whole team, the crew that skates with me and helps out and has been helping out since day one. Just want to say appreciate y'all. You the real champs. You the real MVPs. You guys been rocking through the ups, the downs, the mids, the sides, everything else, and I just, I really do appreciate that. Just appreciate y'all. So, I'm gonna do my best to try to get what I know y'all deserve. So, that's where we at with that. We are out of skateboards right now. We had an order at the beginning, very beginning, end of last year. I got a message a couple of days ago that decks wouldn't get shipped out for at least 6 months. Can't do that. Just can't run a company on that. So with that, we're going to be trying to get the manufacturing part going and be able to start pressing our own decks and getting the print transfers, the heat transfer rollers, a nice factory, all that kind of stuff. I know this is a little different than what I usually do on this podcast. Usually it's just me and somebody, one of the homies, somebody that I enjoy talking to or that I admire and what they do. And we just sit back, smoke, and have a good conversation and chit-chat about stuff. We are getting quite a few more listeners, so I do appreciate everybody that's tuning in and starting to listen, and it's really helping us out a lot, so we appreciate it. Listening on Spreaker, if you're listening to the audio version. If you just listen to us on Spreaker, you can go and check us out over on YouTube. Starting to do the video section of the podcast over there. So, go subscribe, like, leave a comment. Good, bad comments, it really doesn't matter. It all feeds the algorithm, and that's all we're really trying to do is feed the algorithm beast. Because the algorithm is God now and has pretty much taken over the world. So, thank you, Google and YouTube for creating a monster. But with that monster, there's potential to make money. And so, if you're out there trying to find something that you want to do for like the rest of your life, man, there's so many things out there, so many different things, so you can always jump into something. If you have a medical condition, I understand that can make it real difficult with stuff. I have fibromyalgia myself, so I've had a hard time when it comes to like finding a specific job I can do on a day in, day out basis that my body can handle. Because most of the time, after about a week, like with fibromyalgia, the problem with it is like you go to bed, and most people, they kind of wake up feeling refreshed the next day. You don't really get that with fibro. You don't really get any kind of refreshment, even with good sleep. You just continue to hurt, and it feels like everything else packs on from the day before. So that's the thing. It's just part of the struggle, but struggle is life. The struggle is real, and you just got to keep pushing through it. If you find a hard time trying to push through stuff like that and get motivation, I suggest listen to C.T. Fletcher, David Goggins, Jocko Willington. Those guys really, I love the motivation. I love that get the fuck up, stop with the bullshit, stop with the excuses, and really just push forward, make shit happen. And get the world moving, man. You can't just sit around and do nothing as much as I would love to. I mean, my name's Lazy for... No, that's what I want to do, is pretty much just be lazy all the time. But at a certain point, even that gets to be boring and just daunting. No, it's like waking up in Groundhog's Day. It's the same shit every single day. You're doing nothing all the time. And so, I've been there. I did that. I was on a cane for a long time. I was, sick for a long time. I couldn't really do a whole lot. I worked real hard to get to the point in which that I am now, to be able to be skating and running businesses and like doing stuff on a day-to-day basis, being able to keep moving, stay in motion. Body that stays in motion tends to stay in motion. A body that stays at rest tends to stay at rest. So, without any outside force, and you have to be that outside force for yourself, you have to be the thing that pushes you to that next level. And it's difficult when you're in it to get yourself to the point where you're like, oh, I gotta keep going, I gotta keep pushing, especially when shit's hard and it's fucked up and it doesn't feel like it's gonna get any better for you at all at any point. I know exactly how that goes, and it usually seems like something bad happens, then a bunch of other little bad shit happens that just stacks up on top of that, and it's hard to get away from. And everybody's got an opinion on it and all that. I try real hard not to just like do the cliche opinions on the same shit that everybody else says to people when they're upset. I usually just let them speak. Most people have their own answer to the question that they're asking. They just want reassurance that they're right. And you can reassure somebody. You just got to reassure them that, you know the answer. You got it. You can get it going. And keep it moving. Just keep it pushing. Damn, I'm stoned, man. It's different when it's just you having to sit here and smoke. This ain't like the first thing I smoked today, just so you know. It ain't just one joint. But these joints be good as shit, though. Let's see. What else is going on? We went to Mars again. That's cool. They got a microphone on there. Got to hear the sound of the wind on Mars. I do suggest you just sit back and smoke a blunt or a fat joint and close your eyes and just imagine just the wind blowing on Mars, where you would be, how it would feel, all those things. Like, it's the first time that we have recordings of the atmosphere of any other planet. I mean, that's pretty miraculous. I'm surprised, that it isn't more on the news, but we have more to deal with, penis choppings and hormones being pumped into kids and Nancy Pelosi's fucked up looking face. I'm probably gonna get yanked off for saying that kind of shit. I mean, they all ugly. Most of them all ugly. None of the ones that are pretty people that are up in politics are doing anything good. Where's Tulsi? Tulsi Gabbard ain't up there. She should be, if you ask me. But who knows, Maybe someday in the future. I don't think that they like having pretty people in politics. It's because all the ugly people that have been there for so long with power makes them feel like shit. And then you get the dumb pretty people like fucking AOC that just spew retarded shit on a consistent basis. Please, if you hear this, AOC, shut up. Just for everybody in our age group, do us all a favor, stop sounding like a stupid person, and shut up. Appreciate you. Thanks. Also find it kind of crazy that Cuomo's in more fucking trouble over the fact that he made some inappropriate comments or groped some women years ago as staffers, but the fact that, 50% of the deaths in all of these old folks' homes that he is a direct cause of, that he also tried to skim the numbers on, 50% of the numbers, those deaths are all directly attributed to him, and none of that was being talked about. But now, with some sexual harassment suits, it's the fucking talk of the town. Top news story at 11. Shit's ridiculous. The fucking news is ridiculous. The whole shit's ridiculous. People, please, do research. And what research means, right, is look for all the information you can possibly find. And find all the pieces, because the truth will be the things that no one can deny, and they will all be put into each one of those pieces. So there's only some truths and half-truths and lies that are inside of all of the news articles and everything that you're reading, because it has somebody else's spin on it, including when I talk. It's my personal opinion. You don't have to believe what the fuck I believe. It don't mean shit to me. I respect people for having their beliefs, but I also cannot respect what you believe. That's true as well. So, and you cannot respect what I believe. That's totally fine. It does not change that we all gonna die. We all gonna die. We all see the grave at some point. So why not just try to be the best you that you can possibly be and leave the bullshit on the table? That shit don't mean nothing. We have it way too easy. When you ain't trying to survive every single day and having to hunt your food, you get to make up bullshit shit that you got a problem with. Like the fact that males can be males and female and male. I'm sorry, you got a mental problem. Sorry. It's a mental sickness like my bipolar. It's a mental sickness. And it needs medication. Like I take medication. So, it's just the way it is. It's reality. Or you don't need medication and you let the world do what it's gonna do. Maybe I'm too much of a realist. Some would call me a nihilist. I don't care what you call me. You can call me ugly. And you wouldn't be wrong. But that's just my opinion on the situation. You can agree or disagree, and I know many of people, especially in the state that I live in, disagree wholeheartedly with everything that I state. So, that's cool. I respect that you got your own opinion. That's a part of being a grown-up. But I've heard people say, like, what is the debt? What is that? It's never seemed to affect me in my life and stuff like that. It's like, do you not pay taxes? Does gas not go up? Does housing not go up? Does the price of goods not go up? As we're looking at right now with COVID-19 and the fact that we don't independently make our own goods, well, we were, and now we're going back to not doing it, so we have to import and export. And when you do that, it makes the cost of goods go through the roof. Or there's somebody else that is being mistreated and not paid a fair wage, or children being labored in order to make those goods cheap enough for the import-export to be cost efficient. So if you're a justice warrior and you think that goods shouldn't be made in the U.S. and that you don't think that any of those things are good things, well, then you hate children and you want them to be in sweatshops. Because those are the only two ways that those things exist. Sorry if you don't already know that, but that's just kind of how it goes. You should really learn economics. And I'm not a smart person, so don't listen to me when it comes down to shit. I'm dumber than a box of rocks. I just pay attention, and I have the most basis of common sense. So I just am able to use my own brain for my own thoughts for the things that I see and how things actually work. And I'm being willing to be real about those things, including when I'm an idiot. So, you know, and it doesn't make everybody happy. If you get called out for being stupid and shit, it don't make nobody happy. Everybody hates being called out for anything. But that's the game. If you want to be an adult, you just got to be willing to play it. Get used to it. Get over it. Your feelings get hurt for a while. You get over it. Especially if you don't care what people or anybody or anything believes about you. You know you, and that's what it is. Unless you don't know you, and then you got a bigger problem. And you got some real soul searching that you need to do on your own. And that's why I think, like, these people that are very codependent, you need some time alone. You need to do that. You need to figure out who the hell you are before you start using other people, because it's never going to work out good for either person. I've been in multiple codependent relationships. I was a codependent kind of person. You know, I work better with somebody. But I had to learn how to work on my own accord, and for me, I just never cared about me enough to really be willing to put forth the extra effort for myself. And I still am not great at it. I'm not great at it. You know, if you're looking at the video now, you can tell my hair is all kinds of messy and stuff. I just keep it pushing, you know. And that's the way I see the world being played. And I just do my best to play on the game and keep the game going. Let's see. We were talking about Mars. They're going to be doing some great science with Mars. We're going to be doing, you know, we've already got sounds, got amazing photo. Oh, the panorama is gorgeous. You know, and it's just going to get more and more exciting as we start to get ready to send equipment, people, and all kinds of stuff over to Mars. You already know and if you don't know, there's a 2-year gap in where, like, the parallax, I think that's the word, I'm a fucking retard, so I don't know, where, like, the Earth and Mars are at their closest points to each other. Like, the apex point of Earth gets to the apex point of Mars, and so it makes the trip, well, actually doable. So, you know, it's definitely going to take a couple of years and stuff, but I remember when I was a kid, we weren't even shooting much into space. Now we got, you know, SpaceX. Thank you, Elon Musk. You're a champ among men, and we appreciate you and your great genius. Even though, you know, I watched another guy that does a lot of busting on a lot of the stuff that people be talking about with the things that you're trying to do, like the Hyperloop and all that. And if that is all just marketing, great. You do it well. You get the marketing well. You make money. You know what you're doing. And it ain't like you haven't shot rockets into the friggin' space already and landed them on a platform. I mean, that was science fiction not too many years ago. It wasn't even something that people thought was really possible to do. And now, this guy's doing it on the regs. Pretty crazy. And he's making electric cars that go faster than lightning. And I still can't afford. Probably never will be able to afford. Gonna be starting up a little like workout, losing fat, trying to get healthy channel, and what it's like for someone with fibromyalgia going through all that. So I hope you'll tune into that on YouTube. That should be coming out next month. So I hope you guys enjoy. You know, this is probably going to be a little shorter episode than normal, just because it's solo dolo, baby, and it's just me chit-chatting with y'all and coming up with whatever's on the top of my mind at the time. I plan on trying to release more episodes a month than just like one a month or one every couple of months. I do appreciate y'all for rocking with me and tuning in. And let me know in the comments of the videos on YouTube or on Spreaker or anywhere. Just let me know what you want me to discuss, topics or anything like that you want to hear my opinion on. You know, I want to set up a phone here soon to be able to give you all a number to call in, leave a voicemail. We'll play your voicemails on air and answer your questions and stuff like that. So, you know, be prepared for that. Be listening for that. I'll post it on all the social media platforms when we do that. And it will be on the Spreaker homepage where you go to listen. So, with that, I just want to say I appreciate y'all again for rocking with us, for doing the hang time and just chilling and listening to an old fool like me spit off at the lips. And I hope you all smoking some good Shiva like that with me, you know. I hope we all smoking together, having a good time, trying to keep the world in a good place. I hope you're building businesses. I hope you're growing. I hope you're building a family. I hope you're doing the things that you should be doing as a grown person in this world. And if you're a youngster listening to my stuff, where the hell are your parents at? You shouldn't be listening. But we appreciate you. Peace, y'all.